The colors faded into darkness. I was left alone.
Time's up.
You have to wake up. Hello, beautiful souls. Thank you guys so much for joining me here and welcome to my table. If you're new here, hello, my name is Zachary. It's nice to meet you. And if you're returning, it's good to see you guys again. Pull up a chair, my friends. I did save you a seat. So, collective friends, holy moly. I was actually just about to sit down and do some client readings here, and as I was getting ready, about broke my leg here, rushing out of the shower. I literally have a bag of peas, icing my hip. For those of you who know, I did have hip surgery the other week, so I even brought my notepad here into the bathroom with me. The message that just came through in channeling, it was just pouring through, pouring through. And I was so excited to get out here and just get to the message. About damn near broke my hip again. Couldn't even be bothered to do my hair. And as you can see, I'm wearing a tank top here today. It's certainly winter where I live, but I get so hot, so sweaty when I channel. And I don't really know anybody else who does that, but I just get so hot. I'm so hot that I had to put on a tank top right now because this was just pouring through. So let's get into it, you guys. I'm super excited. First of all, you want to call it Galactic Royalty 3? Here we are. For those of you who have seen the first two parts of the series, I am going to make a folder here, playlist specifically for the Galactic Royalty series and the other collective readings that have to do with it. The Time Traveler reading came through here too, so I'm going to pop that in there for you guys as well. So Galactic Royalty 3, here we go. Woo! All right. So first of all, I'm being given that there's an eternal being that has been dreaming of you, and they have a dire message. And I feel that this is a bit dramatic personally to go into the realm of dire, but who am I? Who am I to question the message that's coming through here? First of all, when Eternal came through, I right away knew this was connected to the Galactic Royalty series. And as we've gone along here, I asked, why Galactic Royalty? Why was there, as we're talking about more Eternals and Infernals is something that's been coming through. Why the title Galactic Royalty? Because it seems so, well, small in comparison to what's actually going on here. And I was told it got your attention, didn't it? And it certainly did. So, an eternal being, excuse me, an eternal being is dreaming of you and they have a dire message. What was once a dream has become a sort of coma. It wasn't meant to be this way. An overarching nemesis, and I'm like, all right, here we go. This is a video game or some Marvel series here. There's an overarching nemesis. I'm being told this overarching nemesis is the system itself. I'm being shown lots of movies, lots of music, okay, that has come through here, and I love when channel messages come through this way. The system itself, like the Matrix. I was being shown, I can't remember what the bad guy is there, Mr. Anderson. But the Matrix itself fighting back at the people who are a part of the Matrix. I was told that the Oracle is an ally. So the Oracle, if you haven't seen the Matrix series either, is a portion of the coding that is a part of the Matrix, but they have very special, well, access and ability. They are a part of the Matrix themselves, but they're not actually the Matrix either. So very interesting waters that we're treading into here. The next thing that I was shown here, okay, um, trying to keep this bag of peas here on my hip. I was just so damn excited, you guys, to get into this. It's been overwhelming in a very positive way. So I was shown this sort of portal, and as I crossed through the portal, there was this songs that have been playing as I'm channeling these messages, and as soon as I stepped across, and I was in this kind of like egg, it wasn't really a vehicle of any sort, but sort of like an invisible egg. So as I crossed the threshold there, it was like the music echoed behind me. Very dramatic, sort of, well, kind of like in the beginning here, um, where there's that dramatic echo pause. Pause, pause, pause. So I was told the echo is the beginning, and this is your sign of arrival. Wow. Okay. 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 I'm getting chills even as I'm going through this. So then I was brought back to hear the time traveler reading. The portion that came through here was there's no room for doubt on the bridge, or there's no room for fear on the bridge. The bridge here is this threshold wherever this portal is taking, well, the portal to the realm that this eternal being resides in. This is not, and I had this message, my gosh, try to collect here. I'm just so damn excited. I had this message come through in the Galactic Royalty 2 that I was told not to share that component yet. So here's the component, you guys. Those of you who have been waiting, what is it that was needing to be shared, or why I wanted to share, but I was told not to share yet? This is what it is. I was taken through that portal in the Galactic Royalty 2 meditation, and this is where I was shown this eternal being. This eternal being does not have a form, and neither does this realm. In all reality, this is not a realm where humans are supposed to go either. Throughout my life, I've had experiences like this where I've been taken to the edge of this portal. Um, it is such a freaky experience, especially for a child. And I was not in a place where anybody was there to show me anything. And to be honest, even up to this point, I've had to figure all of this out myself. I've been calling out for a leader to help show me the way, and what I found up till now is that I was being honed into that leader for myself, to be that leader that I needed to understand what was going on here. So, in crossing or getting close to that threshold, there were a lot of sensations that are a bit upsetting for a human being, especially for me as a child. Now, fast forward to today, I'm able to handle these sensations a lot better, and here we are, ready to explore this realm. So, the echo is the sign of our arrival. Next, I was given caresser, which is French for to caress, to caress. I'm being drawn to that image of like the egg vehicle as I was crossing through the threshold here. To be caressed, this egg, this vehicle, whatever this is, it is certainly an energetic thing. This isn't a physical travel. Um, is a form of comfort. It's a form of caressing the human experience so as not to be upset by the sensations that are experienced here in this realm. It gets better, you guys. It gets better. So next I was told, you may shed the outer shell. And I asked, what is the shell? I'm told, doubt. The shell is doubt. So doubt, this form of doubt, has also been a form of caressing, of comfort. Next, I was told, they started speaking about the firmament, and I went, okay. There has been a lot of Jesus that's come through my last collective readings here, which is very interesting. I do not personally subscribe to any Abrahamic religion or any religion, in fact. I'm an omnist personally. Um, but what I found in my journey here is that human words, there are many human words to explain very similar concepts that exist in these dimensions outside of what it is we're used to tapping into. So, Jesus has been coming through here, Christ consciousness, so the firmament. The firmament is human doubt. Holy shit, you guys. It was not placed here to keep us stuck. If you're familiar with the firmament in biblical Judeo-Christian terms as well, it is the protective barrier essentially for God and humans, so that humans cannot cross to reach God. Okay. This was not placed here as a form of resistance so that we couldn't reach God. This was not placed here to keep us stuck either. Why was it placed here? It was placed here as a form of, well, litmus test, a little bit of a test. It was here, placed here, so that we can prove when we're ready to cross it. Once we understand what this firmament is, once we understand what the doubt is. I do want to get into this much, much further, you guys. And there's more message here. I've got like 2 pages that were channeled here. We're already 10 minutes into it, but I don't give a shit. I doubt you guys do either. Okay. At the very beginning there, as I sang, the colors faded into darkness. This comes from Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, excuse me. A lot of biblical stuff has been coming up, like I said recently, which is very interesting. And Andrew Lloyd Webber, I guess. So the line, but the world was sleeping, any dream will do. Any dream will. Okay, love this, you guys. Any dream will do. So this is interesting. As we are a component here of this eternal dream, this eternal's dream, this entity, this means that we are also a part of this eternal. Whatever's gone on here to switch this dream state into a form of coma. And what I was told with that coma, because again, I'm like, this feels extreme. These are human word expressions of like doing the best that can be done to express this concept. So a sort of coma. There is not a medical health or anything like that in that realm whatsoever. But there's some sort of form of stuckness, is what I'm getting. There's some assistance that's ooh. Okay, all right, we'll get to that in a second. Okay. We'll get to that in a second. Next, I was shown this scene from one of the Thor movies, and I didn't look up the exact dialogue, but basically it was Thor to Odin after Odin had died, and he was saying, I don't have the power that you do. And Odin said back to you, it's been inside you this whole time. Holy shit. So this experience, very similar to us, the way that whatever it is that you believe in a higher power, whatever kind of religion throughout any period of time, whether God or the divine has existed inside of you or us or outside of us, there's always this component of that entity or that energy has more power than us, right? Right. I mean, if you're anything like my human experience here, I would say there are probably some outliers here that are on different parts of the path, right? Of ascension here, if that's how you want to look at it. The power's been inside us this whole time. So, this component of power that we're talking about, and this makes sense why the message of ego has come in so strongly recently, too. And just to clarify with that, you guys, I know those who understand, but I noticed as well. It's very fun and interesting to see those who have their ego triggered when I talk about ego. It's like if only you could see, right, what it is that you're doing when you leave a comment to me yelling at me about saying you have too much ego, right? it's it's funny. Okay, so those of you who do understand, fantastic. Those of you who don't, let me clarify. I am not saying that ego needs to die. It can't. In this realm in particular, we do need ego. Yes, we need ego in order to have a personality. We need a personality in order to converse with each other, in order to interact in this realm together. And until that state changes, yes, we do need an ego. The message has been check your ego, which means that the ego is out of balance, means that it's overinflated, right? It means that the ego may be coming into the room before you do. That's what I'm talking about. And those of you, like I said, who are responding to me in a way that, well, you really shouldn't be speaking to me in that way, you're proving exactly what it is that I'm saying. So, moving forward, this is cool too. I was shown this image actually in a meditation just a few days ago, and it was brought back to my attention here. So we'll explore what this means. I'm just going to show this to the camera. Well, I'll explain it first. So there are two mountain peaks here. And one of the mountain peaks, there's like a glowing essence of some sort emitting out of it. And then there was this ring essentially around the entire mountain series here of like particulate, almost like a ring around a planet. So I'll show this to you here. You've got that the glowing orb here. I did my best. I did my best to show this here. Now, the direction of the rings as well stood out to me. That's what those arrows are. So this is moving in a counterclockwise fashion. What this says to me is, or the energy that comes with that is like going back in time, taking back a step, moving backwards in some way, we're talking about time. And since time traveler reading came through too, we're talking about time in some way. And this is, do you want me to share that? Yes, okay. So one of the components of like when I was a little kid and having this experience, I would say like I would go into a trance. I don't know what it is. The doctors say now that it's narcolepsy. I don't know. I'm just going to say it's me. But I would have this experience where it felt like the walls were right up next to my face. They were also miles and miles away, and it would just come on out of nowhere, usually at nighttime. I would also express it felt like my fingers felt like toothpicks. My fingers felt like toothpicks. And then everything felt large and small at the same time. Absolutely terrifying for me as a child. There's also a component to it where time got a little bit warped. And I can't explain this at all, only that it is it is experiencing time in a different way than the way that I normally experience it here as a human. I'm kind of on the edge of that, knocking on the door of that. So having that experience especially, that is the most terrifying or has been the most terrifying experience for me up to this point. I fell out of a bunk bed when I was 3 years old, hit my head on a toy piano, spent a week and a half in the hospital. All I remember are memories from floating from the ceiling, to be honest with you. They didn't think I would walk or talk. I was not in my body. It wasn't safe to be in my body. So I've had PTSD, diagnosed PTSD, surrounding that trauma and surrounding being dizzy specifically. This is precarious because a lot of energy and spiritual work is, well, there's a lot of spinning that's involved, particularly astral travel or leaving the body. There's another component to that of that time warp that would send me into this. So that would be triggered, that weird time warp feeling, and then I would be triggered into this state. Recently, especially this past week, it has been happening almost daily. And as it's been coming up, I've been recognizing this is something I'm being asked to work through for some reason. Um, when I was a kid as well, there was a moment where I went into my. This is all part of the message why I'm explaining this. I would go into my parents' room almost nightly, expressing I'm scared, I don't feel real, I don't know what to do, and I was basically just told, "Go to bed. It's in your head." Blah blah blah. Um, it was foul, to be honest. It really made it difficult for me to doubt my own abilities and gifts up until recently because I was basically gaslit completely on what it was that I was experiencing. There was one point where my mom told me much later that she followed me out into the hallway because she felt like something was wrong, put her hand on my shoulder and turned me around asking, "Are you okay?" And as I turn around, my eyes are just darting everywhere. And I'm saying, it's coming, I'm not ready, it's coming. Like I said, I was a very young child when this happened, but I do remember, especially when she told me about this later, there was a memory of an experience in one of these trances that came through. And basically, I was laying in my bunk bed because, they didn't learn, of course. I'm laying in my bunk bed and I'm looking out my bedroom window. And my consciousness is basically zoomed out through the window out into space somewhere. And I was shown this kind of shape. It looks like a top. I think I've talked about this a little bit before. Um, I know this is taking more time, and you guys, I just feel like this there's some time that needs to be taken here. So I will have timestamps if you guys want to skip forward, but this is crucial to the message. So it's coming, I'm not ready, it's coming. This is something that I have been conscious of my entire life. Fear mostly up until recently of like, what is this? What is this? I'm scared. What is this that's coming, right? I've had psychics tell me it's death, it's that portal that goes, that's death. And none of it has really made sense to me until recently. This portal is that exact portal that I just went through with this message here. It's coming, and now I am ready. I feel like I missed a piece here. Oh, I did miss a piece here. Oh my gosh, okay. After the firmament here. So then I was told, the prince has awoken, and never again will he sleep. Love it. Love it. So with that galactic, kind of back to the galactic royalty component, the prince. Like I said, this verbiage is coming through to grab attention because it's important enough to be impressed in this way. The next thing that came through here. You will see this message now, or you will see it when the world does. But you will see this message all the same. Woof! Oh my god, you guys. 2002 on the timer. Okay. So the mountain range here. I'm not quite sure what this means, but I felt that I needed to show you. That whole portal business, I just wanted to move to that point because there's this component of time. There's a portal, and now we're talking about something that has kind of gone off plan as far as this dream goes, as far as this matrix, etc., etc. Last thing I was given here, well, the colors faded into darkness. I was left alone. You've waited long enough. Time's up. Time's up. And you have waited long enough, right? Let's get into the oracle messages and the tarot. So, my friends, to start here, there were a couple or a few cards that have been pulled. I do feel called to pull a couple more oracle cards, but let's get into this here. So, love this to start. The two that were standing out here, perspective and the void. Perspective, none of this matters. Zoom out, common ground, and the void, stop, embrace winter, and great cosmic womb. So perspective here. 2112 on the timer there too. This zooming, okay, I'll show this one to you here first. The void, stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. So there's a little point here in that galaxy. This is very similar. Like when I got this deck when I started this channel, and I read the definition of this card, it reminded me of that experience I used to have as a child. So this is all like, I love how this is fitting together. This is so awesome. So the void, that little point here, and then it comes to here. It's like we've zoomed into the earth. This is cool. Oop, I flipped that one upside down. This is so cool. So the void and perspective, great cosmic womb. As I'm talking about that egg vehicle here too, in the first galactic royalty reading, and like I said, I'll build a playlist here, and I'll connect it at the end of this video here, so you guys can go to the whole series if you want to watch that. The egg theory was something that came through at the end. The egg theory is that we are all essentially the same divine entity in every single human experience throughout all of time, backward and forward, with the intention to learn every single lesson that is needed to be born into the eternal realm, to be born as a divine entity. Whether or not that is true, that's what's coming through here. Perspective, none of this matters, zoom out, common ground. As I'm bringing this message forward, I'm sure that there are many of you that are loving this. I'm sure that there are also some of you that this may be breaking your brain a little bit. It may be confronting certain beliefs that you're having a hard time connecting or allowing to be okay. And I just want you to know that this has nothing to do with conflicting with anything that you believe. Whether you are someone who follows an organized religion, follows a religion of your own, doesn't follow a religion, this applies to all of us. This is just the way that the message has come through for me. Okay. So the next card that came out here, and this is a new Oracle deck that I got from a wonderful friend. Hey, Kristen, good to see you. Success. Love that this came out too here because the star, you guys. The star is one of those symbols that's come through, especially in the first galactic royalty reading, but throughout many of the ones that have come through after that too. You are the star. Be the star is the message that's come through. And success. We're moving into success. Okay, what else do we want to pull here, please, Spirit? An alchemy card. For this message, Galactic Royalty 3, what's going on? Coming to a theater near you. Chaos. Oh my goodness. You want another one too? Okay, chaos. What else here? The dark. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm getting all the chills. Which one? Top. I'm just so freaking excited. Like I said, I'm just like buzzing. Chaos. The despicable face. Oh my goodness. Holy shit. Okay, so chaos here to start. Chaos. I've been talking a lot about entropy recently too. Entropy is, well, it is the law of chaos. Whatever is not maintained will move back into chaos. From disarray we come, back to disarray we will move. The thing that's standing out to me here on this card, though, are these three individuals. Interesting. And interestingly enough, I'm being brought to um, Harry Potter, the Deathly Hollows, the three wizards there that were a part of that story. Three is a very important number through many different cultures, religions, mind, body, spirit, um, earth, heaven, hell, God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, mind, body, soul, mother, maiden, crone. There are many different threes. Three is a very powerful number. The three are coming. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Awesome. Asham, the despicable face. What is it about? I just pulled this the other day here too. What is it about the despicable face? What is hidden? That's right. What is hidden, unaccepted, or shamed? So this, I love that this has come through here actually, as I'm talking about maybe a little bit of a conflict of this message and assimilating it into a current belief system here. Shame. What is hidden in the shadow here? Chaos, we're talking about too. What is hidden in the shadow? There are glimpses to truth that maybe don't fit into a current structure of religion, especially. There are some that are able to understand. Like I said, verbiage is verbiage. And we don't need to push truth away just because we haven't learned it yet. Ooh, I love that. We don't need to push truth away just because we haven't learned it yet. Okay? So we're talking about something that's hidden and shame. Let's go into the wild unknown archetype here, and then I'm going to pull some tarot. Woo! We'll get into this message a bit further. All right, can we talk about the path here right now, please, Spirit, for the star, for the prince here? And this is genderless. The moth, interesting. I think the moth has come through, well, the concept of it. So the moth is an energy of distraction. Ooh, shiny. A moth will be drawn to a flame, which is not, this is the human effort, is what I'm hearing. The human instinct. This is not incorrect to be drawn to a flame. What is difficult right now, especially, is there are a lot of flames. And not just that there are a lot of flames, but there are a lot of sources of light that have been manufactured and engineered to be hyper palatable. So the poor moth here, us, now more than ever, it's been difficult to pull ourselves away from something that is shining. Like, all that glitters isn't gold. All that shines is not truth. In fact, there is like I'm being drawn to the star here. All stars are maybe not stars. Ooh. From a distance, the world looks blue and green. From a distance, from the perspective of the earth, when we look out to the stars, we assume even some planets, you know, unless we maybe are a little bit more cosmologically inclined, they all look the same, or we assume that they're all stars. They're not. Every light that's burning out there is not a star. And to accept that as truth, or to assume that to be so, is a part of the issue. Ooh, this is a part of where, see, I feel inclined to say like where we went wrong, but I'm being told that's not correct. We'll get to that in a second. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. All right. Block here, please. The hawk is standing out. This was coming through in meditation as I was meditating. The image of this came through. This is perspective. This is the micro, this is the macro, and a request to pay attention to both. What is blocking this energy of the moth right now for us? Oh, I love this. Love this, love this, love this. The cosmic egg. This is the crown chakra. So what is blocking, what is making it difficult to understand which star it is we're supposed to follow? That came through in one of my collective readings recently as well. A false prophet. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Somebody that we would typically trust and look up to say, this way. The star, it's right there. We're following this star, when really the star's over here, and this is a bug zapper. See what I'm trying? With the crown chakra coming through, and it's a freaking egg. It's a freaking egg. The egg vehicle, I love this. When we have a connection to the divine, when our crown chakra is open, and this would, as an example, those of you I'm saying, maybe you do hold a path of an organized religion of some sort. If you're capable of listening to something like this, or if you're even watching tarot, you're open to that concept of spirituality, you are connected. You understand here that truth is truth is truth is truth. Truth on truth on truth. It doesn't necessarily matter what you call it. Truth is truth. So this is being connected to the divine. What is blocking our ability to see which star to follow is our connection to the divine, that divine compass. When we are connected in that way, we will not take the wrong path, okay? Be misled is what I'm getting. Okay, let's get into tarot. Which deck do you want to use here? Phantasma. Love it. All right. Let's get into this a little bit further here, please, Spirit. Let's just start here at the void. We want to end on the void. Okay, we'll end on the void. That's fine. That's fine. Can we talk about what's hidden here then to start in the middle? Okay, success. Bring me a little bit more information here surrounding success, please. King of Wands. What a great start. King of Wands. As I'm talking about a false prophet or a leader, this is a perfect, perfect connection. The King of Wands is a leader. King of Wands is not somebody typically who does the work themselves, but they are an excellent facilitator, a gatherer of the right kinds of people to play the right roles, to get the job done in the way that it needs to be done. I'm getting a little bit of the reversal energy of this, like I said, with that kind of false prophet energy coming through here, right here. Arrogance. The whole pride comes before the fall. Arrogance is no different. Interesting. Oh, with everything that's going on globally, without getting into too many specifics, because in essence, it's the same blueprint. It's the same blueprint. It's this disconnection from the divine, the ability to see the truth. There is this awakening. The prince has awoken, and never again shall he sleep. We are going through this process of waking up. But it is difficult to disassemble the connections that have been made previously. And there are those who are still following the false prophet. And this is not just one person, because like I said, that the energetic blueprint exists globally right now. We are all playing out the same reality to a degree. I mean, we all have different realities, but that's our personal reality, personality. We're all a part of the same blueprint right now. We're all working to correct what has gone wrong. Okay. Can we get into that part? Okay, it's time for that. Okay. This part that's going wrong here, this coma. What is this? Can we talk about this a little bit more? The moon. One more. The moon. And Five of Pentacles. And he wept. Ooh. Oof. Okay, so the Five of Pentacles here. Disappointment. Regret. The owl imagery on both of these cards as well. The owl has been coming through a lot in my messages recently too. That was the connecting point to the false prophet, this like wisdom. There was the destroyer, and there was another card that came through in a collective reading where there were these eyes of an owl. And that's where I got the part of typically somebody that we would be following and trusting, going, "You're wise, you know what's up. Where do we go?" This is where we're being asked to wake up and pay attention right now. So the Five of Pentacles, this owl is hugging us. We're embracing that which is actually harming us. And I'm not saying we're all doing this, okay? This is a general message, of course. Those of you who know how this goes already, please use your head, heart, and intuition to decipher if this message is for you. And if it's not, please leave it behind. I don't need to hear about it, okay? I don't. As I'm going through and healing through surgery too, I did turn my comments off for a second. I decided comments are on, you guys. I may not engage as much right now because, well, I do need to put more energy towards healing, but I do want you guys to be able to converse in this space too. This is a community for all of us. That was the intention always in starting this channel. So I didn't want to take that away from you guys too. So the moon coming through here, this is our fears. When we're looking at the despicable face here, what's hidden? Shame, our shame and doubt, human shame and doubt. Ooh. Like I said, this is the firmament. This is what's been placed on us as far as the firmament goes. The firmament isn't real. The firmament isn't real. It's, oh my gosh, okay. It's only real because we've made it real. That's the other part that came through in meditation here. We have got to wake up and remember, and this has been a bigger part of the galactic royalty readings here too, just how powerful we are, every single one of us. The reason why this dire message that's coming through is a request and a plea, because we hold power too. We are the active expression. Oh, interesting. We are the active expression of this eternal being, of this divine entity. And as they slumber, we are in command. Ooh, ooh. So this is why there is this request. The message is coming from inside the house. Oh my goodness. Okay. The moon here, though, and this message, this is what's standing out to me here. This is the divine entity. This is the eternal that has this message here for us. They need help waking. They need help waking. How do we do that? Being the realm of fear, the moon, the subconscious realm, typically man will build protections so that they don't have to face their fear, the despicable face. They'll put a despicable face on it, or they'll put a mask on this despicable face, right? We're being asked to take the mask off with the Five of Pentacles here to face the false prophet. And the false prophet, I do feel like, is emulated outside of us right now. We can very much see that, but it's also an archetype that exists within us. This is the despicable face. Oh, goodness. And until we learn to face that, the false prophet will remain in control. Oof, okay. How do we help this divine entity awaken? How do we awaken? I feel like there's another one here too. The Magician. Oh my gosh, you guys. And Eight of Pentacles. Love this. Okay. So the Magician, to start, I love this deck in particular because the rabbit is the one holding the hat with the human inside, pulling ourselves out of a hat here. It's our intent. We have it fully within our power to do exactly what needs to be done right now, to wake up. Wake up. This is the potential for manifestation. We are the potential for manifestation. Spirit is the potential for manifestation. We are the physical embodiment or repercussion to what has been manifested. We are the manifestation. But we are active participants in our own manifestation. And this is the part we're being asked to wake up to. Ooh, goodness. Eight of Pentacles here. As we're working to wake up, there is a component of burnout I'm feeling right now. More than burnout. Like, we're done. We're done with so many things. There is a request here to use this energy, though, to propel us forward. Anger has a purpose, and its purpose is to help us break through barriers that we need to break through. There are reasons to be angry right now, and the intention is to not love and light it out, you guys. Love and light is a part of our experience, and so is the shadow. And so is the shadow. There's so much shadow here. And the distraction with the moth of pursuing light only. Oh, interesting. Of pursuing light only. This is a part of our distraction. When we connect to the divine in the way that we need to with the cosmic egg, we see a bigger picture. We start to understand that divinity exists in more areas than just the light. This is a really important lesson. And it might as well be a foreign language until you're ready to learn it. Karase, because it was a foreign language. Oh my gosh. I love this. Until you're ready to learn this language, this will all be foreign to you. And to be honest, it'll probably be triggering. And if this is upsetting in any way to you, please keep that to yourself. It doesn't belong to me. But use this as an indication that there's something in your shadow, this despicable face that you need to look at. Okay? Can we talk about, let's see here. I want to know more about this despicable face, please. The Four of Wands. Interesting. So there is this interwoven action going on here with these wands, and the heart is right at the center of this. This is crossing a major threshold. This is very similar to the portal that I experienced going through, and the heart is right in the center. The heart has been such a big part of this message too. Galactic Royalty 2, there were 3 symbols that came through to unburden, clear, and open to connect the heart to the divine heart. So this despicable face, and there's a moth there sitting on it too. Oh my gosh. This despicable face is our willingness or unwillingness to approach, to face, and to cross eventually this threshold. It is the threshold. But access to this threshold first requires moving past the firmament, right? The firmament is doubt. The firmament is fear. The despicable face is the firmament. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love this. Okay, I'm gonna go into this a little bit deeper, but I am being told to do an extended reading, so I will do an extended on this. In that one, I'm gonna go much, much deeper into this. I'm being told the point of this is, like, I'm not here to ruffle anybody's feathers. I do also feel like, you know, it's no sweat off my back if it does ruffle your feathers. That is not why I'm here. I'm doing what I know I need to do, right? And we all must do what it is that we know we need to do. That ultimately is our own choice. So moving into the extended, I'm going to go a bit deeper into some concepts here that might be a little bit more upsetting to the general public. We'll see. The void. The void is what's calling me especially. We're going to go into the void, you guys. Ooh. Okay. Where do you want me to go here, please? I'm doing Urban Crow here. What else? What else about this message here, please, Spirit? I feel like this has been a lot so far. What else about this message, please? Ooh. Mimicry and distraction. I love this. Resistance as well. All energies that, well, I would say are probably a part of a trigger. If you're in a place here where you're being triggered by this message, like I said. Maybe you're mimicking me. I don't know. I don't give a shit. Okay? You know who you are. Mimicry. This also is leading me to the King of Wands, the false prophet. There is this practice of talking parrot syndrome is kind of what I'm getting here. To listen and repeat. There is a need to connect here with the cosmic egg. We are being required to connect to the divine in order to interpret what in the hell is going on, to see the truth. The distraction, same sort of energy I'm feeling. Same sort of message there. This is a distraction. The false prophet in and of itself by nature is a distraction. We're going to go into that a little bit further too in the extended. Yeah. Okay. I'm feeling like this magician is representing a person here too. This is us, but it's representing a person. These 3 people here, or group of people, the 3 people, like I said, from Harry Potter here of the Deathly Hallows, I'm seeing like a magician's wand. Ooh, okay, we'll get into that a little bit further too. Okay, do you want me to go further here? One more? Medicine Heart. 2 of these, okay. 2 of these and then Medicine Heart. pieces of advice for us at this time. In connecting, how do we connect? Removing distractions is what I'm hearing, you guys. I've been talking a lot about screen time, especially, but addictions. We live in a world, the way that we interact with dopamine, the reason why dopamine is here in our brain was to help us survive. Way back in the day, we'd have to work very, very hard to get to a place where we got a very small reward. And this system of constantly being in a place of discomfort pushes us to those things that we need to survive. And then we get a little bit of dopamine to reward ourselves. Now, everything is hyper manufactured to produce a shit ton of dopamine. We live in a world where it's not about if you will become addicted to something, it is when and what. And this is a reality we're being asked to wake up to now, too. So, whatever that is for you, whatever the distraction is, shame or blame, too, the despicable face. We're not shaming or blaming about this. We're becoming real. We're getting real about it. We can't adjust something that we're not being honest about. Acceptance. Yes. I love it. Accept past and current situations, work through issues gracefully. Just as I'm saying that. Yeah. Oh my gosh. We have to accept that is the reality of where we are. Like I said, nobody's outside of that. Nobody's outside of addiction right now, especially with devices. So let's be real. Let's be real about it. And let's do what we need to do to move away from the distraction. What else here, please? Lovers. A passionate connection, shared vision, and value. Oh, the Eight of Pentacles is standing out to me here with that. Shared vision and value and passion. Passion is a part of the Eight of Pentacles. Meraki, the passion that you put into your work. We're being asked to pull away from what it is that's distracting us because that creative energy needs to be put towards a joint effort. That passion needs to be put towards the same work. Ooh, okay. We'll go into that a little bit further too, what the work is here in the extended. It's already getting a little bit long. Last piece here for the collective surrounding this message, please. Spirit. Galactic Royalty 3. The Eternals. Final message, please. Which one? This one? This one? These two? Okay, okay. Okay, there's an owl on the second side. Yes, of course. Remember that you are blessed with spiritual guides who are looking out for you. Through a combination of spiritual protection and your own wisdom, instinct, and intuition, your timing will be excellent, and you will not allow anyone or any situation to get the better of you. When you are ready to receive it, you will be gifted with the knowledge of what is true and what to do. You guys! That channeling of you will see this message now, or you will see it when the world sees it. But either way, you will see this message. Ooh. When you are ready to see it, you will see this message. Ooh, I love this. Okay, last one here. Sacred piercing. A different view, new energy, and an evolving attitude is entering your awareness. This may feel unfamiliar, yet it holds within it the potential to stimulate your healing journey and ultimately empower you in the manifestation of a treasured vision. A time of increased activity, movement, and progress is imminent. This will naturally arise in support of your soul's expansion and heartfelt expression. Attainment is nigh, you guys. I can't even make this up. Woo! This has been such a fun, so much fun. Okay, I am going to go into an extended. Like I said, we're going to go into the void here. I want to go into the void. I want to look at this false prophet a bit more. I want to know who the magician is. And many more. Okay, awesome. I love you guys so much. Thank you for joining me here. Please take care of yourselves. And I will see you all very, very soon. Oh, I do, if you are interested in personal readings too, I do have my website in the description of the video. Please like, share, comment, subscribe as well. It does help the algorithm. It does help the growth of this channel. And I couldn't do this without you guys. And I wouldn't. Okay? So yes, please take care of yourselves. I'll see you all very soon. Be well.